From the heart of Kansas City, we bring you Buk and Bob from Chiefs Kingdom. I'm Bob.
I'm Mel.
And Mel.
And I'm Buck. We're not fancy analysts.
But we have just as many bad takes. All right, guys, I'm hoping my voice can hang in here for this. I've been losing it all day, and so if I squeak it sometimes, you guys know why. But, yeah, dude, what a game. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. We were doing our little pregame, and we study, and we were doing the pregame podcast, and we're like, you said it the best throughout the time. You said it 3 different times. We keep going over this, and it just seems like we can't lose. And I'm like, yeah, but you're like, it could be a trap game. Like, I know, like, the Raiders always play us hard, no matter if they suck, if we suck at the time. Like, it's just always been a hard-fought game. This was the biggest Raiders butt-whooping in the history of the franchise. I'm not sure about that. I'm making that up, but I bet you it's true.
It's pretty close.
It did break records. 3 first downs, under 100 yards.
Total offense
The whole day. I mean, it was absolutely uncanny. I mean, we didn't just beat them. We beat them down like they were a college team. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. It was, I don't know.
It was a good old-fashioned ass whooping.
Oh, man.
And we're not used to seeing that from this Chiefs team.
I think we can say. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the last team to get only 3 first downs in an NFL game was the Raiders
In 2008.
in 2008.
Was it against the Chiefs?
I did hear
I
that
don't know.
stat.
Because that would be awesome.
No, it was against the Falcons.
Oh, okay.
Falcons.
That's hilarious.
I believe Falcons. I don't know. Let us know in the comments if I'm right or wrong.
But yeah, I was worried just because I'm always worried, and I feel like the Chiefs play to their opponents a lot of times. And
Yeah.
so,
Especially over the past, 2 years.
yeah, so I was like, I mean, I know we've got and it's like, it was such a trap because it's like all the pieces are coming back like they should be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just waiting for us to not be amazing and to hear all of that. And now I love the fact that now you hear everybody who's been dissing the Chiefs for the last 4 weeks be like, and, the Chiefs, like I've been saying, are just amazing. And it's like, that's not what you've been saying.
Yeah, what's funny is there's been a lot of people still dissing on the Chiefs, and the guy that drives me nuts the most has the best Chiefs takes. Ryan Clark, he's usually spot on with the Chiefs.
Is that the guy with the flashy jackets you're talking about? Okay. Yeah.
And the guy that just brings up he's had to come on and apologize for screwing up multiple times over the last 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, but yeah, it's just our notes are so small because everything, it was hard to nitpick anything and hard to
There was no controversial calls. There were no
Right.
controversial plays. There were no nothing that happened during the game that we can really okay, well, we can dig into this for a little bit. There was just nothing.
I mean, other than the fact that we stopped trying, but we stopped trying in the 4th quarter, and they did too, apparently. But
They quit trying before the game started today.
yeah, and I don't blame us. Honestly, I don't blame us for putting in the backups. I don't blame us for not throwing a bunch. I think we had a couple crucial people almost get injured and a couple get injured, and it was like, is it worth it? We're probably still going to shut them out, and we did.
Yep. And I thought that maybe Rashee coming in was gonna cut down on Juju's snaps. I can't see the full snap count because the stat sheet doesn't have it yet. But I mean, Juju was in there even sometimes with Rice on the same sets, on larger sets.
Really?
So
Yeah.
So I
3
guess
catches
I
for
was
35
wrong
yards.
about that. Yeah, it's good. I got to be wrong at times. So it's good that this happened.
Gosh.
Hey, man.
I feel like he just threw the ball more than he did last week. I mean, everybody got in the action. Rice, Brashard Smith had 5 catches. Kelsey. Actually, I think Kelsey is probably the one that that kind of saw his action reduced a little bit today for Rice. He
And
only
that
had
wa-
3
and
targets.
That was your guess too. So, bada bing, bada boom, baby.
It's a good take.
Yep. See, as long as you're with Buck and Bob, one of us is bound to be right. And Mel.
Excuse me.
Hey, I was just throwing you in there.
Is
saying,
this
hey,
the
Mel.
information you're looking for?
No, it's usually at the very bottom, and it's literally snap count
Oh, okay.
on both offense, defense, and special teams.
Got it.
It tells you how many snaps they took and everything. But yeah, this was just awesome. This whole entire thing. See, I can show you on last week's. No, because this hasn't been updated either.
Yeah. I think even Thornton got in there, had a couple catches.
Did he have 2? I thought he only had 1.
He had 2.
Did he? Okay.
2, and then he had one really long.
Oh,
long
no,
one.
he only had 1 catch. He had 2
2 targets. Yeah, he had that one long one early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Didn't he get one that was called
no,
back?
there was one that was called back. It was a huge. I mean, Mahomes threw it. No, it wasn't called back. He just dropped it, but it was a great pass. Mahomes passed it off his back foot, and I mean, if he had had just a half a second longer to pass, I mean that would have been money. So
Yeah, once again, we held a really good running back who's unfortunately on my fantasy team to only 21 yards.
Well, sadly, it was one of those cases where he was literally the only bright spot on a really sad team right now, and a really weak team, riddled with injuries. They had another huge injury during this game. Max Crosby went out. That killed any chances they had of him making the playoffs.
100%.
I mean, even if he
any
comes
chance
back,
they had of pressuring Mahomes.
But it
You
was
know what I mean?
literally,
Like-
it was, we talked about this. We always bring up the New Orleans Saints game last year where Bob was, we've got to stop Alvin Kamara, and that's been a focal point for Spags every single game. He's going to go after their brightest spot, and unfortunately for the Raiders, they had one bright spot, and he did get going on some runs. He did have some decent runs. It's just when you're playing from behind, you can't win a football game running the ball.
No. I mean, he only had 6 attempts. So, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those were in the last quarter
yeah, I mean
when they
got
just
down.
kind of gave up.
They got down so quickly. But yeah, we were listening to some after game coverage, and it's just a testament to why you should listen to, us and all chiefed up and people like that, because this guy's talking about the Chiefs giving up a lot of yards to running backs. What he fails to say is the Chiefs give up a lot of yards to running backs that aren't good. And there's a reason for that. We brought it up last podcast. Spags takes your best thing away. So it's okay. If they have a bad running back, give it up to him, because they're not going to get their Amon-Ra St. Brown in the game because of that. You know what I mean? So you have to know so much about the intricacies of the teams to really get it. That's why we have to study so much about our opponents, each week, because we don't know, we know them like a tenth of what we know the Chiefs, and so it's a lot of work to do that part.
Can we just talk about the possession time? Because I don't know if you guys saw this, but Chiefs 42 minutes, Raiders 17, almost 18 minutes.
Wow, that's almost 3/4 to 1.
Like,
I don't know that I've
Raiders
ever
just
heard
never
such a
even had the ball.
lopsided stat.
Well, they only had 3 first downs, so like they just
You literally were never
literally
in.
never had the ball.
Third down efficiency, 0 for 7.
Yeah, 0 for 1 for 4th.
Wow.
95 total net yards. Yeah.
And we ran so much in this game, but it kind of makes me sad. So Brashard Smith got to run finally, but they didn't give him a chance. Literally, he got to run all through the fourth quarter with them knowing he was going to run on
All fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't going to pass at all. I mean, Brashard Smith is a dog, and these stats do not make him look like a dog. But
Did Hunt
Early on,
come
he
back?
was looking great.
I can't remember. I know
Hunt,
Hunt got
yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
He came back, right?
Yeah.
Hunt.
Hunt
came
came
back
back.
right away.
I thought so.
But Norman Lott, I don't think he came back.
No, he's still. They're gonna let us know Monday what's going on with Norman Lott's ankle. But man, he's been injury prone. It's been bad, man, with that.
Already.
What other injuries? I know Worthy went out for a play, but he came right back. That worried
looked
me.
like that was going to be bad.
Yeah.
That looked like it was going to be real bad. They said it right away that he got tugged on that shoulder, that he had the injury, and that's exactly what it looked like on the sideline. As he was pissed, he was
Right.
ready to be done for another few weeks, and then he comes back out, and it didn't look like it. But I know it's hard to tell when you're watching. You only get to see the guy when he's in on a play, but he still looks strong.
Yeah.
Hey, just a heads up, chat. We're gonna get to the chat here in just a second. Here, we're just kind of getting some stuff out, but
Did Trey Smith come back?
I don't think so. I think Caliendo was in there for the remainder of the game.
Okay.
yeah. But Andy came out at his press conference and said the only one who's hurt is Norman Lott. So what that leads me to believe is all the offensive line that got dinged up, Juwan, Trey, like I think what it means is they just took him out because we were doing fine. There was no reason to risk re-aggravation. I think if that had been a game, they would have come back in.
Sure.
type of deal. But
Yeah.
what do we have? Let's catch up here on chat, guys. What is this? What is this one?
Mahomes getting to drop an F-bomb on national television. That's what HD said. Was that during that play where they were trying to confuse the defense, like they didn't know what they were doing? I didn't hear Mahomes drop an F-bomb.
Yeah,
Was it in the press conference?
I didn't either.
I don't think it was in the press conference.
Yeah, the press conference wouldn't have been national TV.
I don't know. It might have been that because we were kind of shuffling around and we had an extra dog here today, so that took some attention.
It did. Mainly mine. But everyone had to kind of watch out because they were
Oh,
crazy playing. I'm pretty sure one of them got
oh
Jason
yeah.
in the
HD said,
ribs.
yeah. He shouted, "This never effing works." I heard Romo say something about that after the play, but
trickery. It was
I
acting.
thought he was just like projecting, kind of what Mahomes would have said. I didn't know that's what he actually said. That's funny.
That is great.
And for a defense to buy into that is stupid. Like,
right.
if Mahomes comes to the line and looks confused, you better watch out.
Right.
I had thought he was saying Hunt did that. So interesting. What do we got here?
I'm glad the Chiefs put a BTA on the Raiders. What is BTA?
I don't know.
Does that have something to do with the shutout?
Beat that ass.
Beat that ass?
What other things can we come up with before somebody tells us?
Butt tangling attitude.
Yeah, that's not it.
Tush or
Butt,
booty tushing agenda. I don't know.
butt tush anonymous.
Butt tush is anonymous. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good beat down. This is hard.
Whatever it means, it's definitely a positive for the Chiefs. So.
Help us out here, chat. What is this?
Janae, what do you got? BTA.
Mel's Googling it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure it out, but
Is it one of these things?
what comes up is business technology assessment.
I'm glad.
Oh, those Raiders. They were put in their place by that business technology. Oh!
Okay, I was right the first time.
Beat that ass. Okay.
Well, that's what HD Chiefs fan says.
That's
but
probably what it is.
It's probably what it is. I was.
A beat that ass on the Raiders, though? Come on.
What?
It says put a beat that ass on the Raiders. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. It's like a thing. It's not 3 words. It's like beat that ass. It's a beat that ass.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't understand this whole 6-7 thing either. So whatever.
Dude,
All right, Janae
I
confirmed.
like the beat
Thank
down,
you,
though.
Janae.
I like giving him a beat down. And Crosby goes out too at the beginning. You're just like, Am I in La La Land? Like, is this really happening?
I felt bad for him, man.
I
he
did
really,
too.
Did we figure
Oh,
out
yeah,
what
yeah.
this is yet?
I
Anybody?
think that's one of the this thing, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this is 8, 9.
8, 9.
What's 6, 7?
I don't know.
I don't know. I still want to know.
I still want to know.
But yeah, dude, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
It was the least stressed I've ever been during a Chiefs game. I will say that.
We didn't have one game like this whole last season.
Absolutely
That's all
not.
we wanted. That's
I mean,
all we wanted all
this
year
is-
was one season or one game where we could just relax in the fourth quarter and enjoy what was happening, even though we didn't enjoy it because it was literally running on our part,
it was
which
bad.
sucked. But
Yeah.
I get it. Andy's gonna take off. I'm surprised we
Especially-
scored 31.
Especially with a coach that he really respects. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I mean?
Absolutely.
And let's be honest, that coach walked into a really crappy situation. And that's what he gets for signing on with the Raiders. But
Yeah, I mean,
The Raiders are raidering.
Tom Brady's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad because he owns part of that team.
well, sorry, Tom.
But
But
I
he's
don't-
also going to be like, but I love Pat. So I'm kind of okay with it.
It just never happens like this. Like
For us.
but not against a. I mean, this was the first shutout Andy's had for.
Since 2011.
Well, Andy wasn't here in 2011.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like his best here was the first game.
Was that Todd
He
Haley?
played for us against the It was the Jaguars, and it was like 30-2, but it was to 2.
Was Todd Haley 2011?
I think so. I think it was his
Todd
last year.
Haley.
It was Todd Haley.
Threw up a goose egg.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait.
Todd Haley was our coach in 2011, the last time we had a
Oh,
shutout.
I said Andy Reid. The last time Andy Reid had one.
I know.
Yeah, we didn't know that. That was the last time the
Todd-
Chiefs.
Todd Haley had a.
HD said that's the first ever shutout in Andy's career.
Oh, it's his first ever. Okay, wow.
He couldn't get it done with the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. It
Finally
says he
gets
achieved
it.
his first regular season shutout win.
Dude, okay, was anybody else annoyed that they didn't have Harrison Butker practice a short field goal?
100%.
And instead of going for that 4th and 4, like, get that score up. Get
In the red
one more
zone.
score.
Like, it was in the red zone.
See, I disagreed with you guys during the game on this because I think for Andy, let's be honest, he didn't want to show off, but also a shutout, like that's so much cooler than 3 extra points. And if we kicked the field goal, then we would have had to kick it off, and then we would have had to let them return it and see what happens there, right? If we go for the 4th and we maybe get it, then
it's
we're
putting
up
his
7.
foot on his neck.
Right?
I mean,
but if we go for the 4th and we don't get it, now they're in their own 5. And it's like, that's the game. Like, they haven't been able to move the ball. They've gotten 3 first downs at that point, right? Like, so to me, it made more sense to do what he did.
I don't think so. I think that was showing that he's not ready to totally take his foot off the gas. When you're going for it on 4th and down, 4th and 4,
I think that
you
was
got to have some
more-
confidence.
More of a jerk move to go for it on 4th and not get the TD
And
and,
not-
give them the ball on their 5 than to kick off and allow them to return and get field position where they could get a field goal.
Which I will say, I did note during the game, one bright spot on the Raiders was their return game was looking good on
Yeah.
on kickoff returns. They were
were.
getting it almost to the 40 every time.
That's what I'm saying. So you either get 3 more points and give it to them at the 40, where they may have a chance to get a field goal, or you go for the 4th and you give it to them at the 5, where you're like, I know you're not getting to the other side of the field here. You know? Like, I
Yeah.
think it was a smart move.
And
I was gonna say that.
HG Chiefs fan brings up Harry had 0 misses for the first time this season.
It's not true.
It's not exactly true, but he had 0
Jacksonville.
bad kicks.
Yeah.
That is definitely true. And he had 0 misses on field goals and extra points for the
second
time this season. But I think Andy maybe didn't want to mess with that. Wanted him to go in. Like maybe that's why he didn't do the super close field goal. Maybe that could be a thing. I'm not sure.
If that's the case, then you got to think that Andy believes that it's in his head. and he didn't have 100% confidence in him. Because if he did have 100% confidence in him, he would have let him kick the field goal.
I don't think so.
And up his confidence.
I don't think so. I think Bucker also knows why they didn't kick the field goal. Do you guys really think them kicking the field goal is better as a game plan to keep the shutout?
No,
I don't think Andy cared about the shutout.
After you made your point, I
don't think he did at all.
I agree with that, but I also agree that it was a smarter play. I agree with your point after you made it. Like, I think it was the smarter play to get the shutout. And I agree with your point, though, that Andy didn't care about the shutout and probably was trying to help him, but ended up helping the team get a shutout instead.
Yeah.
I don't think he was trying to help them necessarily. He just, I don't know. What happens if they get it on 4th and 4 and then they score a touchdown? Then you got, not like anybody really cares what the Raiders fans think, but they were all going to accuse Andy of running up the score, which would be fun to hear. Honestly,
4th and goal?
4th and 4. It was like on the 5 or 6, so
Yeah.
they still could have got a first down.
I wonder if he told them to stop before the end zone or something. Which would have been crazy. That almost would have been more cringe, but
I don't think I believe that could ever happen.
I guess because it was still early.
That's like
right?
telling your team to tank, go out there and lose.
I mean, he did it. He gave the who was it? The trash. He gave the Ravens the trash end of the game 70-yard TD run by putting every slow person on the defense on the field. It literally wasn't a starter out there. He's like, I mean, that should have looked worse also.
I mean, we've also kneeled it on the 10-yard line before instead of kicking.
Oh, many times.
Yeah.
Many times.
You know what I mean? Like, if we were in the spot of the clock where we could have kneeled it, we would have.
That I would have understood. I
don't know.
Yep.
I mean, we're
they
literally
ran the ball straight up the middle. Knew they weren't going to score, and I mean, poor Brashard Smith looked good. Like, if you look at his stats before the 4th quarter and look at those averages, that man looked good. And then they just made him just run his stats into the ground. They better give him more after doing that. But one thing I did notice about this whole game, offensively, before we were just destroying them, offensively we had variety going well. I mean, we were still, throwing it deep to Tyquan. We were still, doing screens, doing run plays. We were really diversifying our offensive game, and that's going to be huge going in the future. This gives me faith that Nagy's really starting to get something going with the crew we have this year, because I don't think he had the right game plans last year at all, and I think he's really starting to get it.
Now, we did have a couple bounces go our way, specifically the fumble from Hollywood. That bounced
to Worthy.
And Worthy grabbed it.
And I didn't get any points for that at all.
That was a good heads-up play by Worthy, though.
Yeah.
There were a couple of throws by Mahomes that were suspect today that probably should have been picked off, 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
and that would have changed the entire what's the narration of this game.
So
Maybe.
The one pass to Juju Smith-Schuster, I looked over at Buck, and I was like, dude, that just got tipped into Juju's hand. And I was like, did he call?
That was Worthy.
I thought it was Juju.
That was Worthy because it was they were my points for my fantasy guy. I have Worthy. So
I almost would bet you money it was Juju.
Cool. I could use some.
You want to bet $5?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I was like, dude, that went off his helmet, and Juju had to. I actually know for a fact it was Juju. $5 richer.
No. I thought you were talking about
off the helmet.
You said bobbled the ball.
No, I did not. I said off the helmet. Call it the big shot. I did not say.
All right.
I was like, dude, if
we'll have to watch the replay.
If it hadn't hit that guy off of the helmet, then it wouldn't have got to him. And I was like, did he call it off his?
I thought
off
you were
his
talking
helmet?
about the play.
And you go, yeah, I think he called the
Bank shot, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the one where you said, "Oh, he almost pulled that one guy, the Kadarius Toney play."
Yeah, no, I was not talking about that.
That was the Worthy
Yeah,
play.
that hit Worthy in the chest. He bobbled it, and I said, if that had been your favorite guy, Tony, that would have been a pick. But no, I'm talking about the throw where Mahomes was off, but it hit the dude and bounced to Juju. You don't have to pay me $5.
I would love to put together a little AI video of Mahomes in the press conference just going, at this point, I'm just a little bit bored. I just got to throw it off some of the opponents' helmets at this point just to make some cool shots.
Right.
Get it on ESPN,
What
highlight
I think,
reel.
You said that would have changed the momentum so much, and I agree that a pick would have changed the momentum, but
2 or
I
3.
also think that Mahomes was so in the zone that even one pick wouldn't have brought him out of it, because I feel like he's in this zone where he's okay with some of these risky plays, and it's okay if he has one pick because he knows his defense has got his back and they're going to get him the ball back.
Well, and he's even said this year that it's a bad thing if you have too few picks, because it basically
You're playing
points
too
out
safe.
that you're playing too safe. That's
yeah.
he's said that,
And that's
in some
how he
different
was
interviews
last
and
year.
pressers this
Remember,
year.
That's why
last
Alex
year,
Smith
he was,
never got great.
Last year he was so scared because remember he started the year and he threw a bunch of picks, and then he was so scared to throw a
5
pick.
picks in the first 3 or 4 games. Yeah,
He was so scared to throw a pick the rest of the year that he just stopped taking any chances. Right? So, like, that on top of the offensive line wasn't very good, that they couldn't give him enough time. He would not throw it if there was even a chance that it could get intercepted, it felt like.
And another thing is what I talked about last year all the time, and Buck finally came around and said that he agreed with it too. Last year, Mahomes was staring his receivers down, and now we're back to
he's not even
today.
looking at his receivers.
He did another no look. He was looking at Worthy downfield, and then he just passed it to the freaking left. Never even looked to Rice, and just Rice caught it, and then he looked back over. Reminded me of a golf swing. How you keep looking at the ball and then you only look after the ball's gone.
Right.
It was perfect.
I
it was
think
awesome.
our team needed this game so badly. And I know that it's like, I'm not going to sit here and brag about beating the Raiders, because I know that the Raiders are in a tough spot, and I know that they lost their best defensive player at the beginning of the game. But I am going to say it was amazing for our team's morale to get to go out there and play the type of football that they played, especially on Rice's first week back, and just dominate, right? And it's like that, like the no-look passes, like Mahomes was in the zone, and him getting that feeling and remembering what that's like back is huge for him.
Oh yeah, and he's you saw him coming on the field smiling like
Oh yeah.
early on, and
Yeah, that was literally the very last note I made of this game is we need to take this win with a grain of salt, because this was the Raiders, who are at this point a shell of themselves, although they always seem to end up being a shell of themselves.
There's always so much hype for them. But
It would have been cool to see Minshew get that passing touchdown
yeah.
against his former team. That would have been really cool.
Oh yeah, that's true.
yep, the like trick play.
That crazy trick play. That was awesome.
Well,
Mahomes was lined up as a running back.
and Mahomes said in his presser that they had went back and forth throughout the week of who should do the cadence, and he was like, "Dang it, I ended up doing it, but we realize now." Minshew should have done it, and he was bummed about that because he really wanted him to get
I
the
bet.
passing
Yeah.
TD on his former team. But
Early on in the game, remember Kelsey's huge grab?
44 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be the longest pass Kelsey's caught
That's what I said.
in
Yeah.
years.
Stealing
Right?
I'm gonna turn to you and look at you like Nick looks at what's his name, but he's like, that's my take. I told you that right in the green room before we came out. That's my take.
I don't know. I think
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
he had a couple of big plays last year. Remember when he would lateral to P. Ryan? And I know that at that point it's a tandem play. It's not all his, but it's one play where Kelsey got the catch, and the ball ended up more than 40 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
Listen, that is one of the main reasons I love P. Ryan, and I want him to do well. And I hate to hear it when he does something wrong on another team. I'm like, oh, I still really love him. It's kind of like the one lineman, who is it? Saunders.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, big boy jump dance.
Saunders? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want that guy to do amazing things because
He's like 5'6", 350 pounds.
Yeah, and he runs faster than anybody I've ever seen at that weight. Like I watched him run, and I was like, "What?" Oh my gosh, I'll never.
Fat boy
forget
running.
It. I'll
Fat boy running.
Never forget it. Okay.
What did HD Chiefs fan say? He said, "Come on, guys, get Mel a more appropriate wind sock for her mic. We can't have a donkey color on the show." Oh,
It's actually red.
Oh, Bob just did that. That's $2 he's never getting back, folks. Oh, Mel hates pink, by the way.
There we go.
I'll buy
Problem
my own
fixed.
for next week.
Problem fixed.
Oh, sucker. Just don't land on my drink.
You guys, I thought it was red.
Well,
It's not. It's orange.
When it's next to this, though, it's
It does
clearly
look red,
orange.
though. Like, can we be clear here?
Well, technically now they're orange, not its.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a very important point. Thank you, HD Chiefs fan, for pointing that out. Let's get that out there. And yeah, now we have breast awareness on the show.
Which
Breast
is
cancer
a
awareness, thank you.
Oh, breast cancer awareness. I was going to say breast awareness is a pointless cause because I don't think
we don't have
anybody
any
needs
trouble with that.
any more awareness.
Hey man, we
They're
should
there.
always pay homage.
They're there, buddy.
Not for everybody. Let's have small breast awareness.
Okay, and we're moving on.
Woo!
Sorry, I'm losing my
done.
voice. I'm not gonna be able to talk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Might
Man.
be better at this point.
What about yeah, I don't even know, man. Everything was so good.
Yeah.
Everything was so good. We still got, the regular Raiders are dirty, good old thing happened to us, where he drove his knee into Omar Norman
You were
Lott's
supposed
back.
to show us that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see the knee part.
Well, okay.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not arguing. I
They
just didn't see it.
I didn't see it. When you guys see the mashup of this, hopefully this will be one of the clips we put in there where we say Raiders are dirty, and I'll have the clip in there of the dude sticking his knee down into the back, the baby back ribs of Omar Norman Lott. But maybe I'll be wrong, and it's just him falling on him. But either way, it was
Still a
cool.
dick move.
Was it cool?
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Since we don't have a lot to really nitpick here.
Yeah, I'd love chat questions. I'd love.
There was one thing that I wanted to bring up. Even after Max Crosby was out, the Raiders were still intermittently getting pressure on the offensive line. I mean, there were a few times where Mahomes had to scramble. There were a few times where he had to throw before he wanted to. That one long one to Thornton at the very beginning of the game where he had to throw off his back foot, he was not ready to throw that yet.
Sure.
He was really waiting for Thornton to get a little more separation, and I think we were kind of lucky that the ball didn't get picked off at that point.
Well, I think, to be fair, I think that the Chiefs' offensive line, their game plan, surrounded Max Crosby, right? And so I think with Max Crosby out, in essence, it should have been easier, but it's also, newer people in there. We didn't have Simmons. We didn't have, at that point, we still had
Smith.
Taylor and Smith, but we didn't have Simmons. And so at that point, it's like their whole game plan gets kind of thrown out the window, and they potentially just miss a couple. Like they make those last minute adjustments, and they're just missing a couple of their coverages that they needed to make.
Yeah, I just had to bring up something that was negative
Yeah, I know.
for the Chiefs. I mean, there wasn't
And
a
I
whole
just had
lot.
to shut it down.
Yeah. The whole handling of the fourth quarter was kind of like a bummer for me if we're talking about bad things for the Chiefs. Like it gave Rashee Smith a whole bunch of bad stats when he didn't need to have them. And
You say that, but actually it did not.
okay.
Like I looked at, so in the first half he only had one rush.
But he had a few catches. He had a few.
So
No, yeah, he had one rush right after his 9-yard. It was right before Pacheco scored his rushing TD. They gave it to Pacheco after he had a screen that went for I don't know, somewhere around 9 or 10 yards, and then he had
so he had 4
3-yard
catches. You're right, for 29
Brashard?
yards.
Brashard?
Yeah, in the first quarter, or
oh,
in the
in
first
the-
half.
okay, in the
in the
first
first half, he had 4 catches for 29 yards, and he had 1 run for 1 yard. But then in the third quarter, so you're saying just the first half was better? Because in the third quarter, he had a couple things. I mean, he had
I
No,
said
his point was the fourth
before
quarter hurt his stats.
Yeah, the fourth quarter is what really made his stats
Because
look
we knew
pedestrian.
everybody in the country, anybody
yeah.
watching that game knew
Everybody
Brashard was getting that
knew
ball.
Rashee was just going to run the ball, and so he had no chance. I mean, he would have had to run over them to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, he had, negative
But
1 yard, 4
if you
yards,
look at
1 yard.
Everything before the fourth quarter, man, he was looking like a star, dude. But so many people look at the game stats. That's why I'm saying it did him dirty, because all these dippos at ESPN aren't going to look quarter by quarter. They're going to look at the whole game stats, and they're going to talk like clowns about Rashee Smith, and it just makes me upset.
Yeah, but you know what? The people making the decisions about who's going to play and how many snaps they're going to get, if Brashard, he has to play the dirty ball right now. He has to take the hits that nobody else wants to take. He has to, I'd be mad if they gave all those to Hunt, right?
Dude, Kareem Hunt had 4.5 yards per carry today.
Yeah, Hunt
4 rushes
and-
for 18 yards, a log of 9.
And Pacheco.
Woo!
Can we give Pacheco some ups? Because I feel like Pacheco has been looking much better the last 2 weeks in just his ability to
He's okay. Yes,
to make
he's
some
okay.
cuts, to have some more vision.
It was
than-
3 games ago when we were talking,
Okay.
when we really started seeing him slowing down
Yeah.
and kind of waiting a little bit, looking to see what holes would open up. I mean, honestly, from what I saw today, I didn't think Pacheco was as patient as he was in the previous 2 games. I also don't think he
ran
needed.
harder.
I don't
He
think
did
he.
run hard.
Yeah, he did run harder. I don't think he really needed to today, though. I
Yeah.
think that the holes that he was initially wanting or thinking were going to be there were essentially there enough for him to go through,
Yeah.
and he ran.
I mean, there was
hard
one
and-
early on where he cut back and hit a hole. I remember you saying something about it, and you were like, "Wow, all right." But I do think that, I mean, you remember that play where he drug the pile for? I say he drug the
Yeah,
pile.
him and half the
Everybody
offensive
else
line. Yeah.
drug him. through the
That was
pile,
going to be a
but-
4 to 5 yard gain, and ended up being a full first down.
Yeah.
It was 11 or 12 yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to star the other comment, and I'm going to go to this comment because it goes on our running back stuff. Let's hit this, because I think what he's hinting at,
Travis Etienne.
if you want to read it.
Yeah, HD Chiefs fan said, I have a feeling the Dolphins are going to be making some big changes by Monday.
So if you're saying we're going to get Arcane, that would be unimaginable.
A-Chan. But yeah.
Arcane is what I call him. He's on my fantasy team. I can call him whatever I want, and he's Arcane. It's a great show
Miami
on Netflix
lost
too.
31-6 to the Browns.
I wonder if that
To
might be
the
the biggest Browns
Browns.
victory in their club's history.
That's embarrassing.
And dude, if we could get their running back,
Yes.
I mean, yes, it would put Smith down a little bit lower, which is kind of a bummer. But dude, he would come in, and that would
Who's
instantly
Miami's running back?
Arcane.
A-Chan.
A-Chan.
Okay.
But It's
I see,
arcade.
I see.
He has the powers of the arcade.
Maybe this is
He
why
is
I
a
never know
monster.
because
He's a monster,
Yeah,
dude.
okay.
He's like one of my biggest.
Is he on your fantasy team?
Yeah, he's one
I
of my
can tell.
biggest.
I will tell you this, Mel. There is no R in his last name.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah. We're
It's
on the same
arcade.
page. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but so if I'll stop the joke because it probably won't work good on clips. But if our now I can't do it. If HN, is that what you're talking about? HD Chiefs fan, as if we could get HN, because that was who I wanted back when everybody wanted Tyreek Hill. Like I was like. And I wasn't the first one to come up with it for sure. Somebody else said it, and I just was like jumped on it after that. I was like, yes, I agree.
Yeah, Janae follows that up with, I wouldn't be surprised if the coach gets fired.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think that's kind of more what HD
Oh, yeah.
was kind of driving at, is there's going to be some big changes. If if a side effect of that is that the running back finds his way onto the Chiefs roster, that'd be fantastic.
Isn't he a rookie though?
No. He's been
Oh, I
around
thought he was
for
a
4 or
rookie.
5 years.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, not 4 or 5 years. But I thought he was a rookie. I think he's in his third year. I think that's the problem.
That's close to 4 or 5.
We would have to give him his contract, which would be a little
They
bit
drafted him in 2023.
weird. Yeah. So he's
So this
like,
would be his
This is his
third year.
second year.
Third year.
yeah. So like we could probably. I don't think you get. Was he a first round pick? Either way, I
Third
don't.
round. Third round.
Third, yeah, so there's no option on him. So he probably has a 3-year deal. So we probably would have him next year also, and then have to figure out how to. I don't know if third round is 4 years or 3 years. Let us know in the comments, guys. Sorry.
Oh yeah, HD chimed in here. He said not necessarily just that big of an embarrassment. Along with all the others, it spells Black Monday for the staff. Yeah, that's kind of where I thought you were leading there.
It does for sure.
Well, I would love it if they somehow, our offense would be unstoppable with.
And we don't
HN
play the
in there.
Dolphins this year, so it's not like they would have to.
Yeah, like they would have
Go
some internal
against it.
struggle.
Yeah.
Like, is HN gonna beat us?
Yeah, I mean,
You guys, I doubt it. You know how much bad press we would get if the Dolphins traded us HN? And I'm not saying,
cares?
like, I don't care. I would go with it.
Yeah.
But everybody would be like, can we just stop trading?
really? Why?
Well, because they always
everybody
talk
hates the
about, like,
Chiefs.
they always talk about people trading down with the Chiefs and letting the Chiefs trade up, and then they get somebody amazing, and everybody's like, can we
okay.
all just come
Yeah.
together and not trade with the Chiefs?
I just got to say, if we do get HN, that's going to be one hell of a bologna sandwich that they're getting down there in Miami.
Dude, I mean, HN would be nuts. And we could just drop our red shirt guy who never plays, Mitchell. I mean,
Elijah Mitchell.
Nobody even knows.
Elijah Moore. Isn't it?
It's
Is it Mitchell?
No, it's Elijah Mitchell.
It would help to remember his name if I ever saw him on the field.
Yeah, if he ever got on the field. But I mean, most Chiefs fans don't even know he's on the team. So I mean, it'd work out fine. He'd probably go to the practice squad. I don't know. Somebody would probably pick him up. But where's the one I wanted to put? Yeah, right here.
HD Chiefs fan says Rice is going to pay a hefty fine for his first game back. He gave away 2 balls that have a chip in them. Yeah, that one he punted. Like, that one's gone. The other one they swapped out.
Yeah, they so I guess like the new thing is they'll swap it out with like a NFL branded one.
Non-chip one.
Yeah, non-chip. But I remember watching some game the other day where it went into the stands and dude took off running with it. And I wonder, like, if security, I just want to see the backstage stuff. Security jumping and like
Give that man a contract.
and like tackling him down and beating him up. I'm just saying.
And he's breaking tackles.
They don't have cameras in certain spots. Well, they do have cameras, but they lose the feed of cameras sometimes when they take people down. Don't ask me how I know. But you can get roughed up in an NFL stadium.
Do you think
Don't
they
ask
have-
me how I know.
But they've got to have like GPS chips. You know, what'd be really funny is if you did like steal one and take it home. If they
The
just showed up at your
FBI
house,
shows up at your house on
They're
Monday
like-
morning.
The SWAT team comes in.
and they're like, "I'm sorry,
We have your
sir,
house surrounded. Give
we're
us the
gonna need
ball."
the ball back."
I wish I had my megaphone button like I have on my team.
Oh,
on my
gosh.
computer.
You can
Like,
keep the football. We just need the chip back.
Please come out with the football up.
Oh man.
Uh,
But yeah, Bryce had a great time. I feel like he was like, I'm
Oh, and here.
totally going for it, even though he hasn't been getting paid. But it's fine.
so AHD Chiefs fans saying that was the Bills game that I saw. And I saw it on some other game. And I think
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that sounds like it tracks. What's up, King?
Yeah.
King Jamie's in the house. Let's get a comment from him up here.
What up, King Jamie? He said, "Look, I understand Big Red doesn't run up scores, but 50-0 on the Raiders would taste so good." Could not agree more,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Could not
Yep,
agree more.
yep.
But 31-0.
31-0
That's-
tastes real good too.
I mean, I don't know, but I would guess that that's probably one of the top 3 blowouts in Andy Reid's history. That's just not something he does.
And
Yeah.
and he could have at the end of the game said, "I never run up the score, but I did it as tribute to one of my favorite bands, Limp Bizkit. Let's
Yeah.
keep rolling."
Yeah, that was you're talking about our thumbnail. We got that on our thumbnail today. Let's just keep rolling. That was actually my idea because on my way here this morning, I heard that the bass player from Limp Bizkit, one of my favorite bands during the 90s and 2000s, passed away either last night or this morning, and it
And-
makes me sad.
We also have a very big spot in our heart for bass players specifically because one of our best friends, Tom, who we haven't talked to in a long time, but we're supposed to hang out with soon, was in bands. He was one of the best bass players I've ever seen play live. And
We called him Mini Tom,
yep,
world's tallest midget.
Little person is what he likes to be called.
Little what?
Little person.
Oh.
Maybe we just shouldn't get on this.
Yeah, sorry. Those were his words.
What do we got here? Gary the Legend. Yes, Gary the Legend.
Holland.
Yep.
You
As
missed
opposed to the
last
other
part.
Gary the Legend.
I don't know.
Yep. I mean, we
Gary
really
the
don't
Legend
have
Smith.
anything to talk about here. Everything went good. Like, it's hard to talk about anything bad except for we could talk about, oh my God, we still don't know what the hell is going on with Simmons.
Josh Simmons, yeah.
That scares the hell of crap out of me.
I'm sorry, Jamie.
Before anybody leaves a comment or says in chat, no, it's none of our business. But we'd still like to know if we have our left tackle coming back ever. Like, we just keep his business to himself, but keep his attendance to us. Like, we want to know the attendance. Like, is he coming back? Is he, and of course, man, I hope everything's okay. But you're just, the longer you make us wait, the more there's going to be the weirdo stories on Facebook that are complete bullshit. And
I just feel like there's so much more speculation at this point than there is fact because nobody has said anything about it.
Dude,
that
the
it's
going to get worse.
Facebook's got
Yeah.
it's got stuff on where he's going in for surgery to change what.
oh gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up.
Dude, I've seen him. It's nuts, man.
I mean,
I heard something about what both of his parents are sick, and
Yeah.
I heard that on Facebook. So yeah, there's no credit to it, but
and I get it. It's
I would
like
believe that more than a change.
I guess the thing is that
I don't
like
even want to say it on the podcast, but everybody knows what I'm talking about.
I guess the thing is that this is annoying for us. I think if it did come out with what it was, whether it's his parents sick, whether he's sick, whether it's mental health, whatever it is, it would be better for us if we knew. Like, we would like it better if we knew. He would probably suffer more if everybody knew.
I think because there's going to be a
Well,
threshold
no,
of what.
we don't need to know what the problem is.
Right,
We just
yeah.
need to know if he's coming back.
But there's gonna be a threshold
think
of how many people are gonna, because it doesn't matter what. I mean, he could have a brain tumor and it just needs to be, picked out, and it's gonna be an easy surgery, but it's gonna be 3 weeks. There are gonna be people that hate on him and throw shade his way for that. And I think that at
you
this,
should have played.
yeah,
Even
play
though
through
you have
the.
a you should
play
play
through the
that. Rub some
cancer.
dirt on it.
It's just, I think they're trying to keep
crazy.
away from that, and we're not going to know anything until he's probably ready to come back.
Oh,
And
if
even
he's
then-
ready to come back.
And even then, we might not ever know what he left for.
I don't give a crap what he left for.
Yeah, I don't
just
either.
wanna
I want him back.
I just want to know if he's coming back. So excited about this guy, and I just
I
want to
do.
know if he's
I'm-
coming back and when.
I would like to know. I know I don't need to know. I don't expect that it's my right to know, but I would like to know.
Inquiring minds want to
Like,
know.
my curiosity really wants to know.
I know,
But
that's the
I
you
don't need
in
to know.
That's the you and you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it's because of a certain reason, but if it would have been like, for instance, you're always all I'm saying so and so canceled today, blah blah blah, and you'll be like, why? And I'll be like, well, I didn't ask him. You'll be like,
Yeah.
well, why did you ask him? I was like, well, if you wanted to
Oh,
tell
I'm like
me,
you
you
I
would
here.
have
mean,
told me.
I guarantee you.
Like that's how
Buck could
this
call
type
Bobby.
of person does it.
Buck could call
But
Bobby
how
and
this
say,
type of person does it is a little different.
Buck could call Bobby and say, I'm going to the hospital. And Bobby'd be like, okay. And he'd get off the phone and be like, hey, Mel, Buck went to the hospital. I'd be like, for what? And he'd be like, well, I don't know. I didn't ask him. Like, are you kidding me right now? And he's
Nope.
like, and his response is, if he wanted me to know, he would have told me.
Exactly.
And I said,
I'm not going to pressure him.
if he wanted you to know, he would have called you and told you he's going to the hospital. And maybe you show some concern and say, why are you going to the hospital? Is there anything I can do? Like, come on.
Nope. I literally would have showed concern and said, hey, is there anything I could do? And then waited to see if he wanted to tell me. It's just, we don't pry. But, you're like, I'm not one to gossip, but did you hear about so?
But I want to hear the gossip, yeah. But check this
I want
out.
to hear it.
King Jamie said, at Mel, by now I think we need to know. Sorry about your feelers, kid, but you're in the greatest show on earth right now. So that's a really good point. I mean, yeah, we don't need to know, but everybody wants to know, and the noise is going to get louder and louder until he
It's
either
almost
comes
making
back.
It's gonna get worse
it's
and
almost
worse,
making it
too.
worse for him.
Oh, it's making it way worse. And especially the way the front office handled it was horrible.
Well, and they just keep saying things like, I think this is a little bit of a stretch, but on like the national media, they're like, well, originally it was illness, and then it was a family matter, and now it's a personal matter, and I'm like,
I
I'm pretty
said
sure
that.
that's just how they code it, though. You know what I mean?
said that it wasn't the national media. It was me that
The
said
national
that.
media has said it too. Like that's what I.
Well, I think they got it from me.
Okay, probably. Yeah, totally.
Mel Kiper's got our podcast starred.
Yeah.
It's bookmarked.
But I think it's making it worse for him, and I can't say that because I don't know what it is, and maybe it's not worse for him right now. Maybe the unknown is better for him, Like, I don't know.
My guess is he's probably staying away from social media.
Well,
Which
he
is why-
deleted his Instagram account like that morning.
That's my whole point, though. That's why weird stories on Facebook can pop up about a surgery to change certain aspects of him. Like
I had
that's
not
why
heard
that
that.
can work because
That's absurd.
that's something that he wouldn't want to tell anybody. It's like, I'm just saying, like
Pretty sure
that's
people would
why
find that out.
Yeah.
that's why these weird stories are coming up. So it'd be better if he just
When
let us
350-pound Janisha Simmons shows up at the Chiefs game as a fan, and everybody's like,
In a minute.
No, it'd be Janae.
Janae.
All right, moving on. Okay. What else we got? We did have a few penalties today so that everybody can calm down about us not having any penalties last week, right?
Uh-huh.
We had 5 penalties called against us for 38 yards.
That's 5 penalties accepted against us.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. It's
Right,
probably
but I
how it
mean, there
works.
could have been more penalties called on us that just weren't accepted.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention to that
they had a ton of penalties called on them that we didn't accept because we still
because the outcome was better.
yeah
than,
we still did it.
They had 12 men on the field for a touchdown defense and still couldn't keep us out of the end zone.
Wait, why does it say field goals?
Yeah, that's funny.
On the stats, it says field goals 4 out of 5.
They probably are counting the extra points. Wait, 4 out of 5.
Oh, never mind. It's red zone efficiency.
Oh,
I was like, I didn't feel like we had any missed field. Okay. Yeah. Red zone efficiency 4 out of 5. And that's because we went for the 4th down in the red zone.
HD said ESPN, CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports have the Buck and Bob show bugged for the insider info. You know, you gotta pat them on the back a little bit for at least knowing where to go for the info for the good takes.
I will say that there are like these guys have teams working for them, and they're probably not checking the Buck and Bob stuff, right? But they're definitely checking local YouTubers that have big followings. They're definitely checking them to see the pulse. Well, I mean, Cole gives the news, but Cole doesn't really give any in-depth
Takes. Yeah.
stuff. Like
He does in his live streams and his reactions.
his
and stuff.
live live streams, he'll get in the weeds a bit, but not super. Like he's more of giving the masses what they want. That's why he's so popular, is because he gives the news, and he gives very little opinion. And that's why that's why I loved having him on, because we could get his actual opinion over and over again. Whereas he knows that doesn't sell as good. So he's doing this as a business model, and he's damn good at it.
Yeah, he is.
But I want to do this because it's fun. That's why we do it. All right, well, Chad, you got anything? I think, honestly, there's not much more to say, man.
I know, which is good.
HD said, we're all going to know the truth. I'm assuming he's talking about Simmons when TMZ reports it. That's the truth.
Maybe don't take that credible
What's
source.
sad, though, TMZ for the last decade has a pretty good track record, if I'm not going to lie.
I wouldn't know. I don't watch it.
Like, they actually
think
do
it's a
have a pretty
magazine.
good track record.
I don't think it's something to watch.
It's
No,
not
it's a
like
show.
Esquire.
No.
Yeah, it's a TV show. They had a
Yeah.
TV show where they would sit around at the desks and talk about stories and make fun of people.
Well, and
It's a
that was,
tabloid.
yeah,
yeah,
it's a-
but it was a TV show. I mean, that's
But, like,
probably
based
started
off
as
the
a magazine,
tabloid.
but yeah.
But like TMZ has had a better record of being right. If we're talking like Enquirer magazine, like that type of BS, that is now what Facebook is.
yeah.
Facebook is literally the new age Enquirer. Like it's
TMZ
literally what
just
it is.
doesn't- TMZ doesn't require as many
Fact checks.
sources and fact checks and sources and
But
all of that.
they will go back and correct themselves. Like they've actually been. I mean, honestly, they've been pretty good for the past decade as far as tabloids go.
Okay,
I'll take your word for it.
sure.
Got any other questions, chat?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe. When are we doing our next members only? We need to do it.
I can't do it this next Saturday. My brother's getting married, and I'm gonna be drunk.
Oh, you guys. Jones got a sack. Remember?
Yes, he did. Yes,
We
he
didn't
did.
shout that out.
We didn't.
Is that his first sack?
Of
In
this-
like a bunch of games. Like
Yeah.
It's not his first sack of the season.
it is his first. Is it
Is
not?
it?
Oh man, now I'm not sure. I think it's his first sack of the season. He's done a bunch of layups for a few people.
Well, he had a half a sack the other day, right?
How many sacks?
He recorded his first sack in week 3 against Russell Wilson, and his second in week 7 against Geno Smith.
Russell. All right, Gary Holland asks, "How do we feel about the Bills next week?" Well, I don't think it's next week, is it? I think it's the Commanders next week. Am I
Commanders
crazy?
are next week, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
have my schedule in front of me.
Okay, but the Bills though, we do need King Jamin to get us in contact with oh shoot, what's his
Bills Mafia.
no.
Oh, Anthony the Great.
Yes, and we need Anthony to come on the show for the pre-show for that. I think that'd be really cool to have Anthony the Great come on and kind of talk back and forth about the Bills with us. But as far as the Commanders, man, we're gonna have to do a lot of research this week, and you'll just have to find out Thursday what's going on with that. What time are you? Okay, so what time are you in town Friday? We could do the.
I can't do it Friday.
Oh, I thought you could.
I'm gonna have my kid.
We get back at like 3:30, I think, or something. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. We're going straight to the event when I get back.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I thought you guys were coming to the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what?
that's Saturday.
Oh yeah.
We
it
changed
is.
it.
Oh.
I'm not going
You're
to
right, okay.
Orlando now.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is great live television for you. Yeah, so I mean, maybe Maybe we could do the members only stream right after the regular podcast Thursday night.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't have to work on Friday, so I can stay up late.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the Commanders and stuff. We could just do that.
Yeah.
We just do it right after the.
We'll have to come up. Yeah, we'll come up with some things to talk about, but that's
somewhere around. Well, I
shouldn't
mean,
be hard. Yeah.
members only. We'll just talk
We'll
about
whatever
chat wants to talk about.
When Mel's away, the boys will play.
And my mom is funding some more Buk and Bob merch giveaways.
I
so,
love this woman, man.
Yeah, I've got.
She's just amazing.
I
She's
got
been a
bunch of
huge
stuff
supporter.
that we can give away. So
I feel like I'm no longer capable of going out in public with her anymore because I'm so embarrassed by how much Buk and Bob.
She's
I'm
a
just
walking,
kidding.
talking billboard.
I am so kidding. I love it to death. I love her.
She is a one of a kind.
let's play it Thursday night after.
Okay.
We'll set it up for because we're doing the podcast at 6. We'll set it up for 7:30 Thursday, and we'll keep the pot. It might even be just check. You'll see it up. It might even be 7. We might even just keep the podcast to just straight up talking about the matchup, and then make it concise, and then jump in and do the member stream and just talk to you guys about whatever you want to talk about. All right. Well, I think that's it, guys. I think we got it all. I think we're gonna keep rolling, man. This is
Great win.
We're man. If we knock the Commanders around, the Bills, man, that'd be
May not get their regular season playoff win.
Yeah, that's
It's okay if they do, as
We'll
long
just
as we
see.
get our
I mean,
playoff win.
yeah.
Let's just hope we stay healthy. Let's wish Josh Simmons a quick return, and tell him about our new sponsor, Buck.